Share Warframe audio capture. Stream's back up.
The corpus used to count their money. The
Able to see it. Sorry. See what it looks like. Yeah, it's because I had to close Streamlabs because the application froze up. Sorry about that, guys.
Your enemies have grown fierce. Use all that you have learned.
I haven't reset my keybinds yet.
The Oregon Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Are you able to see the frame rate in the bottom of the stream, guys? Same thing I have turned on. I don't see that.
All manner of Oregon technology may work here due to the Circulus's proximity. If you have a necromech,
IP address. Okay, are you able to actually read the number? Oh, on stream. It's just so smooth, it's insane. I'm energy because I totally got it. Yeah, 1440p's are good. Yeah, I paid six to 700 for mine. Yeah, I think it was 700 max. I just paid 800 with tax for my Neo 7. What is bro even farming? Frame rate. I'm just testing out the new computer, basically, guys. How am I surviving the Korra? With shield gating. That build gives you full shield gate on every withdrawal. Bro, guys, this is so spooked, dude. Oh, fuck, it's so good. 240 FPS is insane, bro. The game looks amazing. $240. Oh man, got a 480. Gee, buy something. Yeah, ends. We were right about the viewers. They're picking up now. Like, oh, he's fucking playing Warframe finally, that bastard. True.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
No. Brief respite, yes, Daniel. If you wanna survive on Korra with shield gating like super easily, then you need to use blind rage so that you can get your efficiency down, because the more your abilities cost, the more shields you get back from brief respite, because that's, I mean, it's an amount of the energy that you spend, so you can effectively make this mod better by spending more energy. So it's brief respite plus 3 auger mods and blind rage. You have 45% efficiency, and you use brief respite and auger reach. And on your secondary, you use the 2 secondary augers. That makes Whip Claw give you enough energy in a single cast. So every single cast of Whip Claw, fully max out your shields if you're using catalyzing shields. So every single time that I cast Whip Claw, which is constantly, I instantly get that 1.33 seconds of invulnerability from the catalyzing shields, shield gate duration. It's very tanky when you build it like that. What's the most fun primary that's viable in SP in your opinion? Looking for new options here. I mean, almost anything is viable if you just build enough, but I'm assuming you're asking about guns that like aren't obvious, like in Cardin's, for example, like, you know, like the Torrid, obviously. You're looking for like interesting weapons that are SP viable. The AX-52 that we just got. Yeah, but this is pretty good. Yeah, it's basically the AK-47 Warframe, finally. It's pretty good. It performs quite well when you build it accordingly. The Stalta is insanely good. Also, it doesn't hurt that it has this crazy good skin. Yeah, this weapon is extremely good. Especially if you have a nice ribbon like me. Cedo here for our... Yeah, there's going to be a Sevagoth video. Daniel, you could definitely expect that. Sevagoth, the Nautilus, and the Epitaph. Sorry, say again, guys. Caleb, you want to see the Titania build? This is a standard Titanium. The microphone's arriving on Saturday. This is my standard Titanium. Right now I'm using Zada's Whisper. I'm actually probably going to replace Zada's Whisper, because Zada's Whisper doesn't actually work well with my build. I use a Corrosive Heat Seeker build, and Seeker doesn't work properly with the Void Bubble traction, so probably need to actually drop that. Zada's Whisper is good for the Archons, though. Yeah, if you want to see how crazy this Delta can... When you prime Salta, like with a compressor, it's really crazy. Show you that. Yeah, about this compressor skin too. Yeah, you can proc any of the, like, those kind of Archon mods where it's, like, on abilities tipsy.
Humans only get a few years to live, yet spend most of that time
For the crust heat.
Doing everything wrong.
learning how to live.
Let's see here. Go do. Short showcase of the Apollo disruption on Lua. Stalta's really crazy for Demolus.
Operator, incoming transmission. It's from Fortuna.
LFA selling the latest in asset security.
Man, this game is fucking smooth.
Put the key in, and you can pull the shinies out. Trick is, you've got to wait to open. Something happens to the conjure before you can pull the goods. You don't get the goods. Ever. Also, the bleeders Alad sold the tech to will try to kill you. Give that console the old bypass so we can get this thing started. This isn't your regular old job. Alad B sold the conduits with interference routines.
Somebody give me a second pull over them.
Designed for the Tenno. Don't you worry though. I've got some
Should watch this guns.
Conduit keys are carried by high-ranking muckety mucks. Knock them down. See what they've got. First key. Right.
Where's this
Find
demo?
a matching conduit. Demo unit looking to depart this mortal coil and take you with it.
Wait, where's the demos?
Keep it clear of that conduit.
Let's see though. You guys ready for this? Yeah, watch this damage number. I didn't even see the numbers to be honest. You're hearing a slight buzzing sound. You're not sure if that's stream or headphones. I'm gonna be honest. I'm hoping it's your headphones. You hear a light buzzing, guns? I'm not used to this much butter. It's crazy. How much better does the stream like, look and
Juiced. Nice. Should have been a boffin. Missed me calling.
I'm at 10 MVP right now? Would do 1440, but support that, and some people's internets might not handle that. Parsec because I'm dropping the front. This guy still. Yeah, the compressor slaps. Let me make sure I'm not stupid and that I actually have galvanized aptitude on. Actually. If I don't have galvanized aptitude, I'm very stupid. It's on.
Do you feel the next world presses on these late nights?
You are a true hunter. Where
Oh,
would the sanctuary
who
be
needed,
without
Tipsy, you needed the cathode current, right? So my audio's going in and out? I better speak up then. I'm also using, RTX broadcast to, oh, speaking of which, let me change some of my settings and, that's right, I still have a filter active. There we go. We'll see if I sound any better now, guys. I turned off my noise gate in OBS or in Streamlabs itself because I'm using RTX voice now, which hopefully does all the work for me, so we'll see how it sounds. Max level corrupt heavy gunner here. I gotta kill some first to get galvanized aptitude up, actually. Oh, some stacks there. Let's re-summon them. Level 225. Yeah, 30 million damage. Yep. That's what you can do with the Stalta when you prime enemies. Look at the amount of stats effects that I put on them with the compressor in like 2 seconds. $39 million damage. Yeah, it's disgusting. Even if you don't use a primer, you can just shoot the enemy a little bit. And kind of self-prime, and then do the alt fire. And it's still gonna wreck, even without a primer like a compressor. Audio sounds a lot better now, I think. That's good. Tipsy, what's your in-game name? Or you can just shoot me a message in-game, if you want. Unified underscore codex.
Complexity. There is only one plot. Things are not what they seem.
You don't need to pay me for it either, by the way. You can have it for free.
Is your mod collection in order? No, I am not equipped to feel envy.
What are you doing, guns? Alright, onward to the dojo. My CPU just hit 96 degrees, guys. Now it's heating up. How did they just cool down so fast? They just went down. Now it's at 74. It's crazy. Thank you for the follower. And this PC is so sick. It's so crazy how high-end this thing is. Oh, what a fucking upgrade, dude. I did. I deserve this. Fucking 6-7 years. Oh, now to buy the 5090 at the end of the year. Oh. $5090 SLI. Yeah, Polk, I'm gonna be multi-streaming from now on. Now that I have my new computer that can actually handle multi-streaming and do it quite well, I'm pretty sure. Because I'm pretty sure the stream looks pretty fucking crispy right now. Yeah, I'll be streaming on Twitch and YouTube simultaneously for every stream, pretty much. And once you guys help me get affiliate status, you can maybe drop some of those free Amazon subs on me over there on Twitch, huh? What are the specs on my PC? It's a 7950X CPU, which is an AMD CPU. It's a 4080 Super GPU, 8 terabytes of NVMe storage, which is actually going to go up to like 15 terabytes of total storage once I put my... I have a 4 terabyte SSD and a 3 terabyte hard drive on my old computer that I'll probably take out and put into this one. So I'll have like 15 terabytes of storage. 64 gigs of 6000 megahertz RAM, 1000 power supply, a 360 millimeter liquid cooler with a digital display on it, which is really cool. Like if I look over at my computer, the AIO has a digital like display, and it's showing me my CPU temperature as a readout. It's pretty sick. It has like 10 fans, and it's RGB fans. Yeah, it's pretty sick. It's an absolute fucking monster of a computer, especially compared to what I had before.
If lost upon the plains outside Cetus, you may derive sustenance from mineral-dense
I got it in 2018. It was with like the best parts of 2017, basically. Because I think the parts that I got technically were 2017 parts. It was an A700K and a 1080 Ti, which I think was 2017 release. Holy shit, those electricity bills are gonna skyrocket. Yeah. I also got a new monitor and a new headset and a stream deck and stream lights, a bunch of other stuff. Speaking of the new headset, you guys want to hear the microphone on it? It's pretty good for a wireless headset. Actually, how can I change that? Let's see here. Properties. Yeah, you guys should be hearing my headset microphone now. It's obviously not nearly as good as my dedicated microphone, but I think it's pretty good for being a wireless headset. I think it's picking up some of my computer noise right now, since this microphone doesn't have all of the noise gates and whatnot built in. But in terms of voice quality, it's pretty good. Little sample for you there. I'm going to go back to my dedicated microphone now. There we go. And we're back on the good microphone. Well, actually, that microphone is very good, but we're back on the excellent microphone. My PC setup still isn't quite done being finished from its redux. I still need to figure out the mounting situation for having 3 monitors now, because since I bought this new 32-inch curved 4K monitor, I still want to use my other 2 monitors, which means that I'm doing a triple monitor setup now, and I'm trying to figure out how to do that properly. Yo, I was looking at your Murder Archons with Titania build, was wondering what you could change up for normal missions. Your headset microphone is better than the microphone I have. Well, this headset is almost $400, so you would hope that the microphone's also good. It's the Astro A50X. It's the redesigned version of the A50s. They're quite spicy. And yeah, I was actually just showing my regular Titania build just a little bit ago. Ariax. I could pull it up again here for you. So this is actually fairly similar to the Archon build. There's really not that much that's different about it. But here's my regular Titania build. And the Arcane Pistolier is very important, by the way. This Arcane is, like, super critical to Titania being amazing. So there's the Titania build. Although I am going to swap out the helmet. Zada's Whisper is really good for Archons, but I need to actually change this for my weapon build, for my regular build, because I'm using a Corrosive Heat build with Seeker, and Punch Through doesn't really work when you have Zada's Whisper on, because the void attraction bubbles, like the bullet attractors that you cause, it doesn't let bullets punch through. A lot of the time they'll just get stuck in the void bubble, so it's better to use something like Roar, for example, and still be able to benefit from this punch through. So yeah, there's the regular Titania build. Oh, and make sure that you use either 2 Emerald Shards or one Tau Forged Emerald Shard for Corrosive Armor Strip. It's just a huge damage increase on Titania. It's a huge damage increase on anybody, but it's especially noticeable on Titania because her crit stats are terrible. So you're really just doing raw damage and status. So since you're missing out on that extra crit damage, it really helps your damage a lot to be able to strip their armor off. So that this basically raw damage build is actually able to scale to Steel Path. So definitely put those Emerald Shards on. I wanted to test out that Korra that I threw together. I keep changing my fucking Korra build, guys. So I just took off Prime Flow and replaced it with Equilibrium. Which I think literally makes this build like the same as Kai's build. Maybe like 1 mod off, I don't know. But we just happened to kind of stumble upon the same build. But he did point out a good point that really Equilibrium, if I'm already using Lycath's Hunt, is probably smarter than Prime Flow. The only thing about that is that I had to change the Archon Shard because that makes the Violet Crit Shard not really work anymore, or not be net relevant, so I changed it to a regular Crimson melee critical damage shard. And I don't know if I still really need these 2 shards for, if I'm already using Equilibrium, do I really need these shards as well for even more Equilibrium effect? It's like, oh, whatever, I don't know what else I would put there anyway. It's not like she needs more melee crit damage. You don't even need this shard, especially if you're using Magus Aggress. Which, speaking of Magus Aggress, let's go put that back on. So I think I took it off. No, I do have it on. Good. Very good. Now let's go see how this performs with Equilibrium instead of Flow. I think it's going to be pretty good. Apparently load screens are like locked to 30 FPS. Wonder if you can change that.
Honor them with quick deaths.
I'll turn that off. Speaking of which.
Victory.
Alright, see you, man. Alrighty.
The Oregon Neural Sentry is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Stop taking my guns, bro. So rude. That's a lot of energy. You know what would probably be better than those 2 equilibrium shards, actually? Let's abort and go try this out. So if I'm not using prime flow, and I'm getting a ton of energy back from equilibrium, so equilibrium is giving me more energy back than my previous shard build. What if I just drop those 2 shards for energy max instead? I don't have, damn it, I don't have the extra. I don't have 2 extra blue Tau forged. Where did I put all those, huh? I bet I have one in Hilgen. Yeah, so Panzer does make this build better in terms of like upkeep and output, but I don't want to use the Panzer because if I'm taking Korra to like a Steel Path Fisher, for example, I want to keep on my Smita so that I can. Speaking of Smita, let me make sure that's on. I want to bring the Smita so that I can get more resources. But yes, technically Panzer is the best for this build. If you just care about maximizing the build. What was I doing? Yeah, let me go take one of these Tau Blues out of Hilgen here.
Myself.
Back to Korra. Back to Helmuth. Take that out. He's hungry again. He's so hungry. He's always hungry. Here you go. Have some food. Go. Let's put energy max on there and energy max. There we go. So that's extra 150 energy on top of equilibrium. I think that might be the play, guys. That might be the play. Let's see here. Yeah, you're 100% right about Panzer being the best for this build. I'm pretty sure I used Panzer in the build video. At this point, I should release a different build video for Korra.
Accept your death, and you may yet avoid it. Trust in your training.
What happened when you move Archon shots? Because they have 5 red secondary crit shards and massive functions. You then realize you don't need the orange ones, they're just better.
Is attempting to purge you from this place. Stand by for life support.
Let's use that Magic of Grass, get that extra damage. baby. We like seeing those 20+ million hits. 30 million. Very based. And guys, you don't understand how insane this game feels playing at fucking 240 FPS. And oh my god.
All manner of Orokin technology may work here due to the Circulus's
It is
proximity.
incredible.
If you have a necromech, you may use it.
I gotta remember to keep that Lycath's hunt up. Let that Lycath for now. You're gonna run out of energy. Nice 60 million hit there. So this core build is insane. Yeah, it's pretty spicy. You play it right, you're basically immortal, do millions of damage, and you make enemies drop extra loot, so it's pretty nice. Oh, and it also totally fucks acolytes. Yeah, you gotta keep in mind that those shards are, those Archon shards work like mods. Like if they say plus 25% crit chances, it's 25% of Meso's 25%. It's not like literally plus 25% like in a... It's not like Arcane Avenger. It's a percent of your starting percent. So like if you got plus 100% crit chance from Archon shards, it's 100% of her 25, so that would be plus 25. And yeah, if you want to make Mesa really crazy, then you got to use the typical combination of Ceramic Dagger and Secondary Outburst, like I said. It's very good. Oh no, they're sending a death squad after me. What am I gonna do? Maybe instantly kill them all? Goodbye. Yeah, this is the power of shield gating. Makes you pretty much totally immortal when you do it, right? Man, this feels like a whole new game on this new PC and monitor. This is crazy.
Fighters incoming.
Cannot believe how good this looks and feels.
I can search. But if you need to leave, extraction is ready. These manifestations, they aren't from the neural sentry. Destroy them. They are drawing from your life support.
Where's the damn Acolyte, bro? There he is. You guys ready for this Acolyte kill? Get out of here. Quora is so funny, dude. That's enough of a proof of concept. Even if you are using the ceramic dagger that you should be using Tipsy, you also want to use Crescendo on the ceramic dagger, because the ceramic dagger doesn't max out your combo; it just gives you a really high initial combo. If you want to sit at 240, you still need to use Crescendo on that if you're doing longer runs. Speaking of Crescendo, I'll show you guys a tip for that, for super easily stacking that up. It does require sacrificing your secondary slot, though.
The lesson ends.
Yes, the Bronco. Very good. Yeah, if you're willing to use the Bronco, which doesn't have an Incarnate, by the way. If you use the Bronco with its augment mod Dizzying Rounds, it says that shots from less than 8 meters stun enemies and open them to finishers. It also gives a 200% stats chance, which is pretty cool. So this gives you guaranteed finishers, basically. So if you use the Bronco with this, and then you slap on, let's say, a... let's not even use the Glaive. Let's be interesting. Let's throw on the Serrata. Let's say the Serrata with Melee Crescendo, and I do have a very nice ribbon on mine. Let's say you're using the Serrata and the Bronco. Let's go ahead and show what that looks like. Actually, speaking of Serrata ribbons, let me make sure I don't have a better one. Actually, forget how many I have. I have a Grenadier one. Nice. Well, maybe I should put the Grenadier one on. Let's see, let's just copy this. Override. It's over here, put that there, put that there. It's like a Jenga game. There we go. I have Corrupt Charge, alright? Yeah, I do. Very nice. Well, let's go to the Cuba Fortress.
Scans show Grenier are harvesting Kuva.
Just rolled right past it, rip.
Set off the alarms to draw them out, then steal their Kuva catalysts.
And pull out the Bronco here.
Predictable.
So you guys will see that with the Bronco, it is insanely easy to stack this. Let me just go up to this guy here, shoot him with the Bronco, and ta-da! Shoot him, open them up to attacks. Shoot him, open to attacks. Yeah, so you can just keep shooting guys and get guaranteed finishers. So if you really want to make your melee insane and you're willing to sacrifice your secondary slot, this is an incredibly easy way of doing it. Up to now 5x. Let's see what this looks like. Pretty good. Let's get it up to 12x. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? If you're going to do this, then don't use Corrupt Charge. Well, you still want damage on it, Pulkinator, because you're not using it for finishers. You're using the finishers to make the throw better. And you need damage for that. What skin is this? This is a Glaive Boomy skin. It's like a Vent Kid theme skin. I forgot to say, since you're using Melee Crescendo and you're going to stack it like that, you don't need to use Corrupt Charge because you're going to have guaranteed initial combo anyway. So if you want to dramatically increase your damage, replace Corrupt Charge with Blood Rush and get a shitload more crit chance. The Bronco? I don't have a skin on the Bronco. This is just the Bronco. I have skins, but I don't have any of them on right now. Yeah, this is just the straight up Bronco right now.
Excellent armaments, operator.
So yeah, now that we took off Corrupt Charge and put on Blood Rush, it's going to be a ton more damage. Oh, do you need damage on the Bronco? That's what you meant? No. No, the only mod that matters on the Bronco in this case is Dizzying Rounds. Although, if you want to actually... The Bronco does have an Incarnate, so if you also want to actually use the Bronco as a weapon, then you could still, with the other 7 mod slots, like build it like a normal secondary, and just sacrifice the 1 mod spot for the Dizzying Rounds. So it's up to you. If you only care about it for the purpose of your melee, then you literally only need Dizzying Rounds equipped. Although I will say, if you want to make the, if you want to make sure that you one-shot guys with the finishers, also put Viral on your Bronco. That way, when you shoot them with the Bronco, you... Yes. Yeah, that's what I was just saying, Pulkinator. I was going to say, make sure you put Viral on it. That way, when you shoot them, you put Viral on them to debuff them and make them take more damage, and you open them to the finisher. That way, when you do the finisher, you definitely one-shot them. Yeah, this is a super easy way to stack this. If you have a max rank Crescendo, it actually goes pretty fast, because it's 6 hits per person. Yeah, you can see we're doing plenty of damage here. I think I might have Prime Bane of Corpus on this as well, so this isn't even max damage against them. Alright, so right now we're at 7x. Let's see what this looks like.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you
It's
more
pretty
time.
tasty. Let's get to 12x though and see what we do. Why am I not mailing this guy? There we go. This is a really good strategy for super long runs. It's like, obviously, the longer you're going to be in the mission, the more worth it is for your time to do this. Like, if you're going to do like a 3-hour survival, you know, spending 5 minutes at the beginning to do this will make the whole rest of the run so much easier because you have this super juiced out Serrata. What's my Serrata at? 10x right now? What's up, Shadow?
Ready for a capsule.
Yes, I'm very glad to be on Twitch. Now that I got my new computer set up, I'm having a great time playing on these, this super high frame rate. I need to go grab some air because I'm not getting any damn kills right now.
Life support has been replenished. Life support activated.
Yeah, I think this glaive skin was like from a limited time pack or something like that. It was like a supporter pack. Alright, we're about to hit 12x combo. Two more kills here. There we go. Now we're at Perma 12x Serrata. Let's see. Yep. Red critting with the Serrata's pretty fucking gross. And if it doesn't kill them, the toxin ticks of damage are quite nice to finish them off. Let's go ahead and pop a Nourish here to make it even more stupid. Yeah, this kind of slaps. And you can do this on any melee. So whatever your heavy attack melee of choice is.
Life support on the way.
Took my Mesmer skin off. That's what I get for not paying attention while playing as Revenant. Just good thing self-reviving is so easy. Yeah, that's a lot of damage.
30 seconds left. Additional life support has arrived.
Just got to use the Bronco. Well, yeah, I think my Riven does have crit chance on it. I can go do the math though and see if it would red kit or not. Let me go see here. It might only be red critting because of the Riven.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm.
So this would be 440 plus Sac Steel's 220, so that's what, 660 plus the 100 base, so that's 7.6 times. What's the crit chance here? I think it's only 100. Oh no, that's doubled on heavy attack. That's right. Does that apply? No, sacrificial steel is doubled, so that's 440. So 440 plus 440, so that's 8. So it's 9.8 times that. So 9.8 times 15. So 147% crit chance, I think. If you didn't have a Riven. Yeah, this Riven does add a ton of extra crit chance. This is 480% on heavy attack, so this is another over 60%. This is like 70-80% crit chance right here from this Riven. So even without the Riven, you're hitting
Error, not a number.
decent amount of orange
Did the
crits.
operator enjoy this witticism?
Best element to get for 10 Archiplasmor, I would say either Magnetic or Toxin are fine for most weapons, honestly. Magnetic is really good for basically any progenitor these days, just because Magnetic got buffed quite a bit, and it's good for galvanized stacks. Oh, fuck, it's too hot in my apartment. I think I'll turn my heat down. Yeah, you guys should be hearing me from my wireless headset again here. That's one nice benefit about having a wireless headset is I'm currently over by my kitchen now, and you guys, I'm pretty sure, can still hear me. I need some water. You know what I need is food to eat. I have like no food to eat here at all. I don't think I even have any of those peanuts left, unfortunately. Let me see. Do I have any snacks? I don't think so. I do have some Spam that I could fry up. Alright, let's turn these lights off before I forget. I'll be back at my computer in a sec, guys. Oh, damn, dude, I am actually really hungry. I have legitimately no food here. I guess I will eat water for now. That will be my sustenance. Alrighty, back on the microphone here. Woohoo, kitchen tour, yeah. Been enjoying the videos, keep up the good work. Glad to hear that, thank you. Now that I have this new computer working, I need to get another video out, speaking of which. Am I making a Sevagoth Prime build video when it comes out? Absolutely. I'm going to be covering the whole Prime access. Sevagoth, the Nautilus, the Epitaph. The Epitaph Prime, otherwise known as the Primer Prime. What's it going to be? Like, what's the Sevagoth video going to be? I'm still playing around with that. I mean, the main showcase would be the really busted interaction between his previous augment and his newest one. Shadow Haze plus Dark Propagation is insanely fucking stupid. I mean, it is, like, super busted. Try roar on this. Oh, I already have Aurora, okay. Let's see here. Pillage is also good on him. Although Roar is definitely pretty good for this build as a basic choice. But Pillage is good because it still gives you a damage increase via armor strip, and then also it gives you some survivability from restoring your shield gate, so that's another option. Yeah, I just need to figure out the survivability on this build, basically. But as you guys are about to see, the damage is quite gross.
Use these to sustain your environment or attach Kuba catalysts to begin harvesting.
Yeah. I just died, though, into my shadow mode. So I already have 60 kills. Do you understand how insane that is? Yeah, I just gotta deal survivability here is the problem.
Life support incoming.
122 kills. In a minute. Yeah, as you can see, you just gotta deal with survivability somehow. This would be really good in the team. Be like a team backing you up. Maybe I can throw down an Ancient Healer and a Dante Spectre. Got a crewmate too, because why not?
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Yeah, the interaction between his two augments is insanely busted. And groups of enemies just literally explode. And look at that. Everyone just dies. Build has really low duration right now, though. It'd be good if I put some duration shards on. Yeah, having more duration would make this a lot better. And I really want to put just 5 freaking Tau Forge Crimsons on this. How many do I have? None. Awesome. Where do I have all my Crimsons? Got a few on him. I'll take these off. So that's 3. Got a couple in Dagoth here. Let's take these out. What are those for? Duration? Yeah. Let's take those out. You guys are seeing a test run right now of what the Sevagoth Prime video might be. Alright, this is gonna go way harder with 5 freaking Tau Forge duration shards on. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's gonna go fucking hard as shit, dude. Let's go see how this does. Still have to deal with survivability somehow, though.
Scans show Grineer harvesting Kuva nearby. Set off the alarms to draw them out, then steal their...
I'm on the pillage build on accident. Whoops. Let me switch that back. See.
Ready to kick.
Bottom.
Yeah, I need to take this to a team run where there's like a Wisp or a Dante or something keeping me alive so I can just focus on doing damage. Be so crazy.
Set off the alarms to draw them out, then steal their Kuva catalysts. Predictable.
Yeah, this should be crazy with more duration
shut
on.
down the environmental systems, sending modified life support capsules. Use these to sustain your environment or attach Kuva catalysts to begin harvesting.
There we go. Kill my shadows, kill.
Get ready for a capsule.
Yeah, you can see kills aren't a problem at all, it's just the fucking survivability. Oh my god, bro.
I delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Yeah, that's right, I don't have brief respite on. I actually did mean to use brief respite. That's a good point. Yeah, that's what the final build would have on. Guys, stop killing me. Let me try my strategies. Okay, they got me. That extra duration does make the damage go crazy, though. Man, I'm just getting roasted. This is ridiculous.
Prepare for life support.
Yeah, let's go put on brief respite along with a secondary with the auger mods on.
Operator, you have remembered well how the Tenno arm themselves.
Forget if I have... Yeah, I do have a... Okay, that's good. Good. So, brief respite plus 2 more auger mods here. Gives me some better shield gating. Is the Euphona still usable? It'll definitely kill stuff. It'll do good single target damage, but I mean that's the problem. The current meta, it's a single target weapon, so it's not great. Able to kill stuff though. Just one at a time is the problem. If I really cared about survivability, I could also, you know, go crazy with the Sentinel. See, my problem is that I always want to use a Smita, but if I really want to be survivable, then I'll just put on this Doriga build. And especially if I throw on... I don't think I really need assault mode, because somebody pointed out that Somebody made a good point that the duplex bond clones
Do you remember
already
the old
automatically
war
attack stuff, so
conference?
assault mode really only
Always seems
affects
to have
the original
misplaced those
Sentinel.
memories.
So you really don't need assault mode, because all these clones will be attacking stuff regardless. So... I don't know if I really need Momentous Bond, though. It's the only reason I was using this. It already has 3 elements. I feel like I can drop Momentous Bond, honestly. We'll keep assault mode on for now and try that. And put Gurney in there instead. That'll also give me a shield gate. Throw on the Galaxion, because why not? Now we'll try it out. This should be substantially better.
Scans show Grenier harvesting Kuva nearby. Set off the alarms to draw them out, then steal their Kuva catalysts.
Let me go double check something, guys. I just realized that I'm not seeing YouTube chat at all. I was wondering how I have so many viewers right now, and I'm so little chat. I am very sorry, guys. For some reason, it's not coming through on my main feed here. I am so sorry. Fuck, there's a lot of comments I haven't seen. Holy shit. Are you winning, Mr. Codex? I'm always winning. Survivability, big yikes. Yes, that's what we're trying to fix. Draco, but whatever, says, do you just pop in the survival missions 5 minutes, then just leave, swap, let it repeat? Yeah, I got a test, man. Augment's propagation. Yeah, something we're buying, first for prom. Yep. Why is my YouTube chat not appearing in my multi-chat? That's really annoying.
I've delivered a life support capsule to the area. Activating it will buy you more time.
Especially sorry to my YouTube channel members who left comments. Sorry about that.
Life support incoming.
Alright, we might be cooking.
Another life support capsule is now available.
Let's chat over here. How is the deluxe skin I thought about getting, but it doesn't look reapish enough yet. It's fair. shadows are just all over the place getting kills. Definitely better the more grouped up they are. Get those shared explosions. Sharing is caring. This is certainly better. Funny how far their shadows go. They just keep going, man.
The raid is off to a successful start. Extraction is available if you need it.
Try it out on the Acolyte and then hop out of here. Need to try and fix my multi-chat to show up properly. I feel terrible for all the YouTube chat that I've missed. Hearing scurvy ain't caring, yeah. Tell you what definitely helps your survivability is having everyone around you be frozen instantaneously thanks to your Sentinel. It's pretty nice. Oh, great, it's Violence, the one Acolyte that this build's terrible for. Amazing.
Life support activated.
So Shadow still got him. Just about, there we go. Shadow and the Sentinel, Dream Team. Oh, they got my ass. They got my ass. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but one thing I love about the skin is that when you go into the downed mode, the shadow mode, you hear the Sleepy and Nicole below playing in the background. I think that's only for the deluxe skin. Oh, fuck, my eyes hurt. Oh, I should probably go to bed. It is 6 a.m. Spent all day dealing with this computer. It's so nice that it works, though. I really want to fix this multi-stream issue, though. Let me refresh chat here. Can't decide if I want flow or equilibrium on Gyre. I go flow typically, especially if taking her to a Fisher. Her cathode grace ability already gives her energy regen. So I take advantage of that by having a large energy pool. Oh, I think now YouTube chat's coming through. There we go. Now the multi-stream is working. I just had to refresh the chat, apparently. Again, deepest apologies to my viewers on YouTube for all the comments that I missed by not realizing the chats weren't coming through. Yeah, absolutely use Archon stretch, Tipsy, yep. Absolutely. It's perfect on her. I kind of worked out some of the linear ways to move forward, but then I just wanted to jump into the hard stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta progress at a workable pace, Apex. Just got here. What are the specs on the PC? What's up, D Boogie? Haven't seen you in a while, man. The specs on the PC are the importance. Like, if you're just looking for the CPU and the GPU, it's a 7950X AMD CPU and a 4080 Super GPU. We've got a 360 mil AIO water cooler, 8 terabytes of NVMe storage, it's a 1,000 watt power supply, 64 gigs of 6,000 megahertz RAM, which is a extremely overkill amount of RAM. So on, so on, so on. It's delicious. I also got a new monitor, 32-inch curved 4K monitor. It's my first time playing on 4K, and it is amazing. Is there an ability from a Warframe that helps with efficiency? Like like a Warframe ability that gives you ability efficiency? No, I don't believe so. There's there are buffs that give that, but there's no Warframe abilities that I can think of that give you ability efficiency. It's usually just ability strength that you get. You can get efficiency from the Grimoire, for example. If you use a Grimoire as your secondary, and you use the Netra invocation, this can give you up to 60% ability efficiency. I think there's also a Kit Gun Arcane that gives you 30% efficiency for a few seconds. There's also Seismic Bond you can put on your companion. If you're using a channeled ability, your companion can give you up to 30% ability efficiency while you're channeling. Oh, what's that? You talking about the Grimoire Apex? This is a secondary. This is a tome that you get. It's a tome weapon. You get this after doing Whispers in the Wall. So if you haven't done it yet, it's a bit of a spoiler, story-wise, so don't look into the story too much, but once you get this weapon, you can put what's called invocation mods on it, and it can give you either strength, duration, efficiency, all those kind of stats, basically. You can only put one of these invocations on. One invocation and one mechanical. The invocation are the buff ones. So right now I'm using the strength one, for example, but you could get efficiency instead. And it's a temporary buff, but you can just keep, you know, throwing it out there if you wanted to. I usually keep on the Vo invocation for the strength buff. Hello Codex, love your streams. What do you think about Sepulchrum? Is it worth building? Yes, it's worth building. I will say this, a lot of people are annoyed by this answer, but everything is worth building at the very least for mastery, but the Sepulchrum is also actually a good weapon. I haven't really used it a whole lot, but it is good though, like just mathematically speaking. Especially because I think the Sepulchrum has... I'm pretty sure the Sepulchrum is one of the weapons in the game that has multiplicative scaling with galvanized shot, since it does have a projectile mode. Let me go double check that. What's up, Marlon? How you doing, man? Yeah, you just need to do the Whispers in the Wall quest to Apex, which is basically like the farthest quest in the game at this point. Just about. Let me look up this sheet here. Where is... Am I blind? I know I had this saved somewhere. There it is. Sepulchrum. Where is the Sepulchrum? Sepulchrum. Multiplies, multiplies. Yeah, I think both the main fire and the alt fire are multiplicative with a galvanized shot, so it's actually pretty insane. Which means that I definitely want to have that on here. So let's go ahead and throw galvanized shot on there. And we will go ahead and polarize for that, because why not? Still can't fit on prime target cracker, but we can put the regular one on at least. Different scaling? Yes. So there's some weapons in the game, but it's typically projectile weapons, where instead of the galvanized mods, as in galvanized aptitude, galvanized shot, galvanized savvy, adding base damage like they're supposed to, they actually basically function like Mirage's Eclipse, and they scale multiplicatively to base damage. So the way that these mods are supposed to work, and the way that they work on most guns in the game, is when you read Galvanized Shot here, it says plus 40% direct damage per status type affecting the target. Stacks 3 times. When it says 3 times, it means that it's that 40% bonus per status 3 times. So it's 120% extra base damage per status type. So usually that would mean that since I'm already using secondary Merciless, this is 360% extra base damage. So if I had one status effect on a target, this would be 120% extra damage. Typically that 120 would just add to the 360, and it would be 360 plus 120 equals 480. But on weapons that have basically bugged multiplicative galvanized scaling, this turns into, if it was just one status effect, 120% of the 360, which is actually 460 because the weapon itself has 100% of its own damage, obviously. So this makes it multiplicative on some weapons, so it's a enormously higher damage increase because it multiplies it as if you had Mirage's Eclipse on. Cracked out of its mind. Let's go to Simulacrum for a sec here and see what this looks like. I don't even have a full build on. The build I have on right now is total shit.
Where would the sanctuary be without you?
Take my Sentinel off, huh? Yeah, my Sentinel's gonna be freezing everything. Let me get rid of that. Let me summon some lower level dudes here too, just to build up my initial charges. Not really. Level 60s, I'm having issues. Come on. I promise you this weapon's actually good. When you have a proper build on. Yeah, you can see with stats effects on them, it gets really crazy. Because of the multiplicative galvanized scaling. So if I just like whip out the Galaxion for a second here and prime them with that, it does way more damage. And again, the build I have on right now is terrible, so this is not at all the performance that you should expect from the weapon fully built out, because I don't have Prime Target Cracker on, and I'm literally missing a mod spot. And these could be raw damage mods instead, so this... I'm missing like half my damage or something like that. That's cool. How do you know the difference per weapon? It's pretty much like weapons that have... like guns that have flight time, projectile weapons. Almost all of them are multiplicative scaling. There's actually a sheet... a Google Docs spreadsheet that people upkeep. I'll post that sheet in the chat here. There we go. So that sheet right there that I just posted, if you go to that, you can look through the list and you can see whether a weapon is additive or multiplicative with the galvanized mods. So you guys can bookmark that to your browsers if you want. It's very handy. Very handy indeed. If you want a really good example that I showed earlier, some of you already saw this, but an extremely good example of how potent multiplicative galvanized scaling could be is the Stulta. Especially when you prime with the compressor. Let's go ahead and do that. Summon some lower level guys just to get the initial charges out of the way. Alright, 225 Steel Path. Now look how ridiculous this is. 14 million damage. 2.9 million. 19 million. This does some serious work. And even without priming, it's really good. Go ahead and pop Roar on just to make it really stupid. See if we can score a headshot here. 33 million. Yep. love how Entrati weapons look. They're pretty nice. What's your favorite guns? I really love the Akicore Apex with the Sentient Surge augment. It's absolutely disgusting. Question, I got a Stalta Riven with critical chance, critical damage with neg slash. Should I re-roll? What? Why would you re-roll? That's incredible. Crit chance, crit damage, negative slash? That's amazing. Why in God's name would you re-roll that? No, keep that. What? That's amazing. Isn't that a shotgun? The Stalta? No, it's a rifle. I love this skin on it, too. Yeah, definitely keep that, Mafuyu. That's a great roll if you got crit chance, crit damage. If you're worried about the negative slash, that doesn't matter. Especially for an alt-fire build. The alt-fire doesn't even do slash damage. Yeah, I've got a pretty nice ribbon on mine. It's base damage and crit chance. If I didn't have this ribbon, I would have probably amalgam serration here. That's what I would do instead. That's why I actually liked this ribbon. Usually I don't like base damage on ribbons, but since the since Galvanized Aptitude is multiplicative to base damage, I actually mod base damage on this weapon because it's such an enormous damage increase given the Galvanized stacking off of it. So getting a ribbon that gives even more base damage but also crit chance is perfect as a replacement for Serration. Oh, yeah, fuck, you guys keep me up way too late, you know that? Are you guys able to hear the keyboard clicks on stream, by the way? I'm using, now that I have my new computer, since I have a 4080 Super GPU, I have access to the RTX broadcast software, which is like AI-powered noise reduction for microphones and whatnot, so I'm wondering if it's doing its job and making you not hear, like, keyboard clicks and all that. I know you can't hear it when I'm not talking, because I see the levels not going through, but I'm curious if, while I'm talking, if I press a bunch of buttons here, if you're able to hear. Like right now, as I'm talking right now, I'm clicking my mouse, I'm clicking a bunch of stuff on my keyboard, I'm just randomly jumping around, as you can see on screen here. So let me know if you guys can hear that, or if it's doing a good job of getting rid of it. And hopefully my voice quality isn't bad, since I'm using that filtering. Extremely rarely hearing it slip through there. That's good. Yeah, I was that whole time that I was just talking about that, I was like spamming my keyboard. So if you didn't hear that, that's good. It looks like the software is doing its job then. That's right, I don't need that this week. What's in the regular circuit? Loki, Mag, Rhino. Oh, man.
I've been thinking, Operator. I thought you'd want to know.
Well, Discord, I know they can't hear my keys. I never have an issue in Discord. It's just on stream and in videos. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to redo my keybinds. I keep forgetting. Since I downloaded the Warframe on a new computer, all my settings were undone. I fixed most of them now, I think, but one of the things I lost is all my custom keybinds for my gear wheel, which is really annoying. Thank you for the follow, Apex. Appreciate that. Am I American? I am American. Yes. Yes, indeed. Let's move. So it'd be crewmate, then healer, Arcwing. Oops. You can only rebind the first 12, so let's make sure I get the 12 that I want in here. It's going to be energy pads, my crewmate, healer specters, Arcwing, Necromech. Steel Arc Gun. Be good to have that bound. I use K-Drive a whole lot. So 1 is energy, 5 is crew. Five and 6 are crew and healer. Let's go buy that.
Saddle up.
Like 6 is my energy pad. Zero is gonna be my crewmate. 9 is my ancient healer. Double check that. We'll make 7. 7 will be the Necromech, and 8 will be the Arcwing on my keyboard. So I got, okay, so 1 through 5 is my abilities, and then 6 is energy pads. 7 is Necromech, 8 is Arcwing, 9 is Ancient Healer Spectre, 0 is Crewmate. What else should I do? See ya, Tipsy. Thanks for dropping by, man. Put Firewalker on Frost. I don't know about that, Chief. Double check my keybinds here. Make sure these are correct. 7 is a Necromech, 8 is the Arcwing, very good. I do want one for my gun as well. Suppose I can do the little hyphen symbol next to 0 as the art gun. Which one is that? That's slot 9. Your hotkey 9. Let's do that. Very good. What do I think the reworks are going to be for Nyx and Trinity? I'm hoping So let's go take a look. What do I think they're going to be? What do I want them to be? Let's see here. Look at Nyx's abilities. So, mind control, you could make it target more than one person. Psychic bolts, you could just increase the amount of bolts, basically. So it's just a wider armor strip. Or make it so when you cast psychic bolts, you just like burst out a huge burst of bolts and like a 360 radius around you, so just everyone in the line of sight is stripped, basically. Chaos is pretty much fine. If you wanna, I don't know, buff chaos in some way, you could make chaos also apply a damage vulnerability. So like that way, when you pop chaos and enemies start killing each other, also apply a damage vulnerability, kind of like an inverse roar, basically. So enemies do more damage to each other, so it actually accomplishes the purpose of chaos, which is getting enemies to kill each other, basically. And absorb, the best way to make absorb better is to just fucking build assimilate into absorb. Like, get rid of this assimilate augment and make it a base functionality that you can walk around and absorb. I mean, that should just be a base functionality. Like, it's not overpowered. Nyx is a shit Warframe right now. The fact that you could walk around while invulnerable is not overpowered because fucking Revenant exists. So, also it still drains energy like crazy fast. So, some of those things would make her better. What do I think for Trinity? What's her actual first ability? Well of Life, right? Let me see here. Let's go to a regular build here that doesn't have a helmet on. Well of Life. I think Well of Life is pretty much fine. They already buffed it once into a pretty usable state. Maybe increase the radius from like 15 to 20 meters. Other than that, it's okay for what it does. Energy Vampire is obviously already great. Maybe change the damage reduction cap for Blessing from 75 back to 90. So Blessing caps at 75, right? I'm not stupid. Let me put on Blind Rage here and see. Yeah, it's 70. So they're both 75. Maybe change Blessing to be 90% DR instead of 75. Also, bump up the base duration from 10 to 15 seconds. The 10-second base duration on Blessing is rough. And do the same thing for Link. That way these are the same. So change Link's duration from 12 to 15 seconds and change Blessing from 10 to 15 seconds. Make it scale a little better with duration that way and not be so like micromanagey. Also change the DR from 75 cap to 90 would be good. Maybe make it so that also while you're under the effects of Bless, like while you have the duration of Bless going, while it's giving you the DR, also make it so that every time that the Trinity kills an enemy, it releases like a burst of healing that affects all of your allies. Or maybe gives you a small amount of overguard, something like that, just to make her scale better in the modern day. So like maybe you pop Blessing, it lasts a little longer than it currently does. It gives you 90% DR instead of 75, and every time you kill an enemy or every time you headshot enemy, if they want to make it more more restrictive, the enemy, kind of similar to how Energy Vampire works, they put out like a burst of overguard. That way you can make Trinity's defensive scaling like kind of be more on par with the modern day meta. Something like that. Your fingers hurt playing Trinity? Yeah, it's because of the part of it's the micromanaginess of it. Yeah, there's some ideas for Nyx and Trinity for you. And the stream quality is so much better. Yeah, that's good Twitch quality. Very nice. Very nice. Will I get banned for using a left-click macro? Are you using a left-click macro for semi-automatic weapons? Because they actually built that into the game, if you're not aware. If you go to options and you go to accessibility, you can turn on fire manual trigger weapons continuously. If you turn this on, then you can just hold down left-click and semi-auto weapons just keep shooting. So if that's why you want to use a left-click macro, just turn this on instead. Can you show me your Baruch build? I actually have a video on Baruch, so I would recommend checking that out. I can still show you the build if you want, though. But I do have a video on YouTube about that. Here's the build. I've replaced his first ability with Theros Strike. The Arcane Strike. Arcane here is very important. It massively increases his attack speed. And here is the Desert Wind build. What weapon would you recommend for single target damage? Got smacked in Deep Arcadia. Single target damage? The Stalta that I showed earlier is super good. Although keep in mind, Eden, if you're doing like Elite Deep Arcadia, I assume you want to get all 5 rewards, which means that you can only bring 1 free choice. Because the way the EDA works is that you have to use their randomized loadout and turn on all the modifiers and all that, and to get all 5 rewards, you have to have 34 out of 37 resource points, which means you can only turn 1 modifier off or take 1 free weapon or frame choice. So if you do bring a weapon of your choice, that's the only thing you can bring that's not chosen by the mission. Well, like the Stalt is pretty good for single target damage. Obviously, you know, any Incarnins, Bursted Incarnin, Torrid Incarnin, Boar Incarnin, so on, so on. They're all super strong. Yeah, they gave me a 50% plat coupon the other day. Tried to tempt me. I'm like, nope. Waiting for 75%. It's the only time I'm going to buy plat is if you give me a 70 or 75% coupon. This game looks so good in 4K, dude. I wish you guys could see what I'm seeing. This is ridiculous. Yeah, and you can't just... I mean, you can bring whatever you want, but you won't get all the rewards, which kind of makes it kind of lame, you know, if you go and do EDA and you don't get all 5 rewards. So you just gotta check what you have for the week. You can swap out 1 thing, though. I had a really good EDA this week. I got 4 of my 5 rewards were Archon Shards, and 2 of them were Tau Forged Embers. I got 2 Tau Forged Embers, 1 regular Azure, 1 regular Crimson, and then a melee Crescendo, I think. So it was a good week. Still gotta do 2 more of my Netra cells. But yeah, if we go to Necroloid here, you can see the way that this works is and they gave me a core this week, which is really funny, by the way, because that was made it super easy. The way this works is that for each modifier you turn on, you get more resource points. It's like it's 3 resource points per thing, basically. So let's see, Korra, Sobek, Aklex, and Machete. Let's go put that on. Korra, Sobek, Aklex, and Machete. So you can see here, now I have everything on. I put on a frame, all the weapons they wanted, and I turned on all these negative modifiers down here. So I'm now at 37 out of 37 research points. The thing is, you don't need this last one, really. It just gives you 50 Voss for it. The only thing you actually need to get the real rewards is to get to 34 out of 37 resource points, because at 34 is the last regular reward, which is, and this one's really good to get, by the way, because if you get this 5th reward, it's guaranteed to either be a Tau Forged Shard or one of the legendary melee arcanes. So you'll see here, if I turn off one of these modifiers, I still have 34. So I still get all 5 of like the real rewards, because who gives a shit about 50 Phosphor? Turning off any of these, so if I replaced a frame, for example, like, let's go ahead and say I wanted to make it easy and bring Revenant instead of one of the frames they offered me. If I instead keep all these modifiers on, I use all the weapons they tell me to use, but I take Revenant instead of one of the frames it tells me I need to use, then I'm still at 34, as you can see here. So you can basically just keep in mind, you can take one free thing, so you can either replace one of these in your arsenal, or if you bring your whole arsenal that it tells you to bring, you can turn off one of these modifiers. For example, this week I brought Korra, so I brought Korra plus all the weapons it told me to bring, and I turned off this untreatable here, because the way that my Korra build works is that when I pick up health orbs, my equilibrium turns health orbs into energy, so having this untreatable on would kill my Korra build. So I brought Korra, and whatever melee told me to bring, basically, and I turned untreatable off, that way my Korra build actually worked. So you just gotta kind of play around with what the EDA modifiers give you. Damn, 1 AM stream? What time did you sleep? Yeah, for me it's 7 AM, so. Would you recommend using a weapon or from your choice or only having 3 modifiers? That depends on the week, Eden. It depends on... The answer to that question varies based off of what it gives you. Some weeks, if you get a really good arsenal loadout, it will make more sense to just take what they give you and then turn off a modifier. Other weeks, it could be vice versa. It just depends. And ideally, play it with friends, because the more people you have, the easier it is, because, you know, if you're playing by yourself, then you're just contending with whatever arsenal you were given. But if you play in like a full 4-man team, for example, then you massively increase the statistical odds that at least one of you got a good loadout. Like, for example, if you got a 4-man group together, and one guy's, you know, person A, B, and C is like, oh, my stuff's shit this week, but guy D was like, oh, really? They gave me Saren in the fucking Torrid. Well, then you're set, because the guy could just carry you. So play with people. By the way, I think it's just me, but you're buffering so hard. That should just be you, because I have extremely good upload speed and a really good computer now, so hopefully it's just you. But I'm sorry to hear that. Is anybody else having any buffering issues on the stream? I'm not getting any stream alerts. On my end, it's telling me that it's going extremely smooth upload, so hopefully nobody else is having that problem. I freeze every 3 seconds for you? Okay, that's not good. Well, you're the first person to say that, so I think I might just be on your end. Do you have really, like, super slow download speed on your internet, or are you watching me over cellular or something? Because I think everybody else is doing alright, it sounds like. I think my headset's dying. Rip. These headsets have a hella long battery time. I haven't even charged these since I got them. I'm trying out these new A50Xs today, and I just used the charge that they came with, and it's just now about to run out. Speaking of which, I'm going to switch to my other microphone here. Alright, I'm back on the headset microphone now, so the quality is not going to be as delicious as it usually is, but I'm walking around my room at the moment. I need to set some stuff back up. I need to turn my home server back on so people can use my my server, essentially. So let me fix that real quick while I chat with you guys. Let's get rid of that. We don't want that there. Thank you for the follow. Shock Electric. I think that was your name. It's amazing how such a small box can cost like $2,000. Let's see here. 50 megabytes. I mean, 50 meg internet's not bad. Is that a fan running? Yeah, sorry about the fan noise. I'm using my headset microphone right now, so that's why you're able to hear the fan noise. My regular microphone filters it out, but I'm using the portable right now. Home server? Yeah, Caleb, it's a home server. It's a Synology NAS with 48 terabytes of hard drive storage in it. I use it as a media server and file storage, primarily. Well, it's 48 terabytes because it's 4 12-terabyte drives, but part of the drives is set up in parity mode, so it's not actually 48 terabytes of usable storage. It's only like 35. Where's my power cord for my server? There it is. What is this? Not reaching, bro. I've got a mess of wires here, man. Yeah, the fan you hear running is actually my computer, guys. You just can't usually hear it because it gets filtered out by my main microphone, but not by this one. Oh man, this is kind of a fucking mess here. I'm having a rough time getting this to work. What shards am I using on Saren? Is it even worth it at full strip anymore? I'm using a single Tau Forged Emerald on her for 98% armor strip. I think it's a Tau Forged for 98% strip, and then a Parkour Velocity Shard. 2 Strength Shards, and something else. Is that right? I'll have to double check. Give me a sec to plug my server in here. I'll go take a look. My setup is so messy right now. Come on, plug in. Plug in, come on. Come on, you know you want to plug in. Need to figure out a more stable solution for my power supply here. Yeah, don't talk about offering coupons in chat. That's against terms of service. For the game. Let's see here. Almost there. Go ahead and fire this baby back up. All right, server's turned back on. Very nice. All right, sorry for the fan noise, guys. Back on the main microphone now. Somebody wanted to see Saren, right? Let's see, it is... That's right, a Toxin Shard. I'm using a Tau Forged for corrosive stacks, a Tau Forged for Toxin stats effect damage, 2 power strengths, and 1 parkour velocity. That's what I'm using. It works out pretty nicely. Highly recommend using the Ocucore on Saren if you have the augment.
As you will ever be.
The Sentient Surge augment for her is clinically insane. It goes extremely hard. My favorite guns in the game. Obviously, if you want to be basic and boring, the Tor is really good on her. But basically, any weapon's good on Saren. For melee, I would definitely use the dual Icar and Karnan. It is insane on Saren. Oh, guys, I really gotta go to bed. Why parkour velocity? Because parkour velocity is amazing. It makes the frame feel much better to use, and you get around faster. Especially on a frame like Saren, it's like, what else do you really need? Like, do you really need to put another strength shard on? Is that really going to make a difference when she already absolutely murders everything? It's a much better idea to get around the map faster, in my opinion. What you doing? I'm about to go to bed. That's what I'm about to do, Polkinator. It's fucking 7 a.m. for me, man. I gotta get some sleep. I knew if I hopped on stream tonight I was gonna stay on way too long, but it's a new computer. It's exciting. Oh, man. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. You would pull a 24-hour day? No, I gotta work today, dude. And I don't have to work until 5 p.m. so I can actually get enough sleep still. It's 7 a.m. right now, and I can work at 5, so I'll be fine. No, I'll be fine. Alright, guys. Yep, we're gonna pull to a close here, because I'm exhausted, and I need some sleep. The next stream is probably going to be... what, today's Friday? I'll do Saturday before I go to work. Saturday from 11:30 to 4:30 Eastern Standard Time. That should be good. Yeah. We're gonna close it out here. Thanks for dropping by, everyone. Had a great time playing on my new computer and seeing how the stream was with you guys. Hopefully you all had a good time as well. I'll see you guys in the next one.